What's up everybody, welcome back. Today in The Infected, we're going to do a beginner's getting started guide, and my goal for this is to condense as much information into this guide as possible. The main goal is learning the basics of the game first of all, and we're also going to focus on getting a few key items as fast as possible. And the first thing I want to do is get this ATV repaired. So we're spawned in all the way on the south of the map. Once I get the ATV repaired, we're going to head up north. And I'm thinking the first base I want to build is right here. So I'll set my map marker there. And the reason is, first of all, there's a cave right here. That's this X. So we can mine resources there. And over to the left, there's an apartment complex right here with a ton of loot in there. Then the loot respawns every couple days, so we get a ton of loot there. And a few other important locations is there's a trader over here to the east. And there's also a swamp up here to the north. We can go to the swamp, we can farm crocs up there, get the croc skin, and upgrade our backpack. Also, since it's basically dead center of the map, all these green dots are different towns, points of interest, and they'll have between 1 and 3 tech pages there, tech blueprints. So once we're ready, we can start going out and collecting those. Alright, so let's get this ATV repaired. So we'll need a couple things. We need 4 tires, 2 iron ingots, and then some gas cans. The main thing that I like to get early on in the game is the large backpack. So this is going to increase your inventory space. It's going to basically double your inventory space, and it's also going to increase your carrying capacity as well. The main thing we're doing in this game is looting and gathering resources, and the inventory space that you're given at the beginning of the game is very restrictive. So by the 4th day, we'll have the large backpack, and that will allow you to not only loot towns and resources a lot easier, it's also going to allow you to build your base as well, because you're going to have to gather a lot of resources like planks and wood. And if you don't have inventory space, it's going to be very, very hard to do it. You're constantly going to be taking stuff out of your inventory. So I'm going to break it down by day. So this first episode is going to be the first day of gameplay. And then each episode after that will kind of give you an idea of what you should be doing if you're stuck. All right, so we got the ATV repaired. And we have 1 extra gas can here, so let's actually shift right clicked, and then that'll put the items in the inventory in the storage here. And then for big stacks like this, you can right click and move all. That's a pretty huge tip. Another thing I want to do on this first day is get the large water flask, which is located in the apartments that I was talking about. So we'll get that day 1, and we'll get the beginnings of our base started as well. Along the way, we're going to loot everything we possibly can. Alright, I'm probably going to cut this part out too, because yeah, we have a bit of a drive. It's going to take me a couple minutes to go up there, but I think I'm just going to go all the way up, make a left. So I'll probably cut this part out. Also, as you're riding along in the ATV, you can press M to bring up the map as you're driving, so you can kind of navigate, see where you're going. Okay. And anytime I see a truck or a vehicle, I'm going to pop out and grab everything I can, and then add it right to my inventory. Oh, you know what? It seems like shift right click will transfer stacks now, so that's good. Alright, so here we are. We're starting to approach the first base location. Here we are on the map. One thing to note is I did turn off auto-saving. I think by default it auto-saves every 15 minutes. I turned that off, and I'm just going to save manually. So here we are. This is my preferred location. And since I drove this far, I'm going to save the game. And let's see. How are we doing on fuel here? Alright, so we made it all the way up here and we still have more than half of fuel left. I'm actually gonna start working in the shade over here. So our stats are looking a little bit low, but that's okay. We'll take care of that in a second. We're just gonna first get the basic items that we need. So the first thing I want to do is craft the, I want to head over to the apartments, which like I said are located, I'll put a little marker there. It's like right in that general area. It's not too far, but I want to be able to build some wood spike traps. Alright, and as you go, you'll see some plants. Harvest whatever plants you can. That'll keep us going for a little while. Get tons of, got a pumpkin here. And if you press I and you go into your food pack, you'll be able to see those. Right click and you can eat them. And the game also gives you some water, some meat, and along the way, we won't have to start farming right away. We'll be able to find enough food to keep us going for the first season or two. And we'll get the large water flask, hopefully today. If we have enough time. But here, I just want to look for some sticks or something here. Okay, stick. Yeah, then we'll need a stone, because we want to craft an axe, maybe a spear. Alright, so let's find some shade and we'll do a little bit of crafting here. I think if we do... You hold down Alt, right click, that'll bring one of each item over. So now we have the stone axe. Yep, that'll default to hotkey 1. Alright, we got a couple wood logs. I think I was actually wanting to start on this side. Yeah, closer to the apartments here. Right click to drop logs you have in your hand. And if we go to build, I want to probably get one of these shelters going. So with this, we'll be able to put a fire down, and if it starts raining, the fire won't go out. All right, we can do a couple logs in here. And if we go under other, we can find our campfire. We need stone and firewood. The easiest way to get firewood if you just harvest a log. Give you a bunch, that'll give you 4. Alright, so we just need 8 more stones for that. Let's see how we're doing. We go to Itemapedia, then I'll show you how to make all the different weapons. So let's see, we got our axe already. So for rope, we'll need a lot of rope for sure. Yeah, that will need the workbench to do. So workbench is definitely a priority. Workbench, so we'll need nails. All right. Let's see, stone hammer, upgrade tool. You know what we're going to need is the stone pickaxe first. That's going to help us get stone a lot quicker. So we'll need a stone blade, a stick, and 2 plant fibers. We already have some plant. You'll get plant fibers naturally from chopping down trees. And then you'll want to put this small stone in on the crafting mat craft a stone blade, put one stick, one stone blade, and then we'll do 1, 2, 3. Oop, no. Actually, you know what? That's the hard way to do it. If you go into the Itemopedia, where is it? Stone pickaxe. It'll just, if you click on it, it'll put them the correct amount of each item into there, and you can just hit craft. So that's the quick way to do it. I'm still used to doing it the hard way, how it used to be in older versions. And then, I wonder if we can do a stone spear. No, we probably need, we'll need some more stones for that. So let's grab some more stones. So now that we have this pickaxe, we can just mine the stones rather than running around and picking them up individually. We can just mine them. And we want to keep an eye on the right of our screen because that's our weight. We don't want our weight to go above 50 because then it's going to slow us down. And matter of fact, let's... we got our campfire built. We can build some... We can get some water going there, cook food. And let's actually get the stone spear. What are we missing? Oh, we need a stone blade. That's what we need. Okay, so here. Craft. Go back to the Itemopedia. Okay, so it'll put it all there for us. Now if we check our weapons, we'll have our stone axe, our stone pickaxe, and then our stone spear. And what do we need for the... Okay, for the bow... Yeah, we'll need some rope for that, and we'll also need to get arrows. That's a little bit more complicated. But we have our basics right now. Enough to get us started. Let's actually drink some water. Drink some of that. So we have 60 clean water we can hold at a time with this small flask. But what we'll want to do is maybe grab a couple sticks, put those in. It's kind of hard to see, but yeah, see there's gives us a little bit of time on the fire station, and then we'll drag the lighter over it to light it up. And I built it right here because we can easily just go up to the water, fill up our flask. So now it's 60 out of 60 with dirty water. And then we can drag that onto here. And then after, you'll see the circle go around clockwise. And once it's done, we'll have some clean water. So that's enough to sustain us for the first couple days easily. And if you press F, it'll show you, it'll point you in the general direction of what you want to build. And they're pretty spot on with the tutorial. So let's actually take their advice here. Let's just build a saw bench right here in the middle of these trees. And this is going to give us planks. We'll get our axe out. We can easily just throw these on here. We'll need one more. Alright. And I'm probably going to end up building a couple of these. Just because you can only put one log at a time. So it's... Let's build a few right now. Good, so now I got 2 saw benches going. That's going to make planks for us. They go pretty quickly. You can always drop the one you're not using there. Let's move our ATV over here. Also, now that we have the spear, we can go up to these frogs and we can hunt them. They give us 1 piece of meat, better than nothing. So it'll give us 1 piece of raw meat, which we can then cook at the fire we just built. Okay, so we get our clean water's done. And might as well put that meat on there, cook that. Yeah, so we need 10 nails. Now we're at the part where we're going to need to make a bunch of these stone forges. Because the way this will basically work is we'll put some stones in here. See, it needs to be placed on a wooden foundation. But we're going to have a couple of forges going at the same time, which is going to turn stone into iron fragments. And then we'll use those iron fragments to make ingots, and then the iron ingots are going to be your main building resource, especially early on, and pretty much for the whole game. But once we have the iron ingot, we can put it on the anvil and then make nails. And another thing we'll probably want to get as soon as possible is this wood shield, because this is going to block all incoming damage. Yeah, I'm going to do it the safe way. I'm going to make the shield before we go and start exploring, just because that's probably the way you should do it. So here, let's actually get a foundation going. I want to make it, build one right here, X and mouse wheel to adjust the height. Just try to get it flush with the ground if I can. I'm just going to build off this. Like that. Alright, how'd this go? Alright, the meat was cooked, so we can eat that without any problem. Drink this water. Alright, we got food, we got water, we're chilling right now. And every time we see that there's not a log on these, we'll just throw one on there. Once we have our planks going, we can also build some storage to offload some stuff. So you know what I might do is, this will be like the walkway, and then I'll do this one, this one, this one, and this one. Kind of like the way that looks. It's like flush with the ground, I can walk right into it. Let's see how this looks. Okay, yeah, it looks like it's above the water. And we have a ton of trees right here. This should be enough. And they do regrow after some time. Alright, so we need 5 more logs for this foundation. And I might just actually... I might just be lazy and like move this over here, to be honest with you. Because otherwise we gotta build like walls and a... Otherwise we gotta build walls and a ceiling, and that's gonna take a while, so... If we have that down, we'll be able to get the forges going. And we can always move that back. We wanted to. So that's done. 2 more logs for this one. And this is the... Go to placeables, storage container. So we need 8 planks for this. So let's put this... All this stuff you can always move around even when you build it. So you're never really... Let's grab 1 more plank for the storage. You're never really like... Nothing's really permanent in this game, so you can always move stuff around. Good. So I want to get the forges going. So the stone forge... Yeah, we'll probably need like 2, 3... Let's put 1 here too. Let's get like... Let's have like 4 going. We need a ton of stone for that. But one little trick we can do is we'll grab our container here. We'll put... Alright, so if you have a bunch of stones, say like this, you can shift right click to move it over, or you can right click and move all. And you can do that for pretty much everything. If it's a stack like this, you can just shift right click, it'll move it. Alright, so these ones, these rocks are clay, so we don't need that. Yeah, we just need these big ones. This is going to give us, I think, like 10 stone each for each one. Alright, so we'll pick all those up. And then we can just move all of them in here. And keep it going. I think I see one over there. Oh, there's more. So N to move it. Oh, there's a whole bunch. Yeah, this is a ton of stone over here. So it looks like it's about... Yeah, it's about sunset right now, so... I'm going to keep going until... You only really need to sleep once your overall energy, so that lightning bolt on the bottom right, the second from the bottom... Once that starts getting very low, you might want to think about sleeping, but we're good for right now. go over here. Move this over here. So we can move all these. See, it's got to slow us down, but we're good. Alright, so we got one built. We'll need to put firewood in there to keep the fire going. Actually organize this a little bit better. Okay. And even at nighttime in this game, it gets dark, but it's still bright enough that you can still do whatever you have to do. And we shouldn't have to worry about getting our base attacked for the first couple days. Unless we're extremely unlucky. So move all that. Okay. Alright, so this is max capacity right now. Throw this down here. And we'll complete our second one. And actually, let's get, we have a log right here. What we can do is harvest that real quick. But if you right click, like I said, harvest, that'll give us 4 pieces of firewood. Give you 4 pieces of firewood, 5 sticks. So here, let's do that, light this, and then if you shift right click, that'll automatically put the stone in there. And after a couple minutes, it'll turn that stone into an iron fragment. This is extremely tedious, but this is just the way the beginning of the game is. And then very shortly, we're going to automate this process. You know what? So I'll use these sticks because I don't really need them for anything else right now. No. Okay, like this. Okay. You know, we're going to use this storage as a way to offload all the iron fragments that are being put down. Okay. Good, good. And I want to get some more planks so we can build a secondary storage, which you can use just for stones. And we got to remember to move this stuff. You know what? Let's do it now. Let's move this fire under here, just in case it starts raining. So this is a good enough crafting station for now. This will do what we need it to do. And we can get some firewood in here. Good. Alright. Just top these off. Alright, yeah, see, we already got our first iron fragments, so if we walk up, we can take those. And then if we put 5 iron fragments in here... Oh, that wasn't done, I guess? I didn't light it. Oops. If we put 5 iron fragments into one of these slots, that'll get us our first iron ingot. Let me move this thing here. There we go. But for now, I'm just going to move them so they're not taking up unneeded space in our inventory. And while we're going, let's grab this. We should have enough planks. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Okay, so now we can go to placeables, storage, build our next storage container, and to move it. And we're going to keep mining stone, so we're just going to keep it going with this stone. Alright, so let's head back. So this will allow us to make a good amount of iron fragments. We can place that here. And these should already be done, right? Yeah. Okay. Take everything we can. Yeah, and in the storage container itself, you can take all, and you can auto. So if I have all these stones in my inventory, if I press this one, It will usually auto sort whatever's in here. But let's actually take everything out of there. Actually, no. Move all those back for now. And we'll get all these sticks here and just get this one going. Okay. Now we're cooking. Now we got 4 forges going. And pretty soon we'll have enough iron fragments to make some ingots. Alright, so it's about nighttime right now. How are my stats doing? Yeah, I might actually build this bed here. Where is it? Furniture. Basic bed is only requires 6 planks, so let's build it over here. We're just going to sleep long enough so that our energy is refilled. Because when you sleep, it drains all your stats simultaneously, as you'll see. So we just want to sleep just long enough so that we get a good amount of energy back, and then we're going to wake up. But I'll show you how to do that in a second. Let's see, throw our planks in. So I'm sleeping, see my energy, it's going, but my stats are draining. So once it's full, I'm going to wake up. It's still a little bit dark, but as you see, we have enough light that we can still do what we have to do. Alright. Matter of fact, you want to keep an eye on the raw meat, because that'll spoil after like 30 real-time minutes. So I'll probably make that in a second. Looks like something already spoiled on me there. I think that was that pumpkin, so keep an eye on the food, because eventually spoiled food is going to be... You want to keep it, because you'll use that later on, but you can craft biofuel with it, but for now, we'll want to eat the food that we find. That's going to do it for today, and then next episode, we'll start getting the iron ingots, and then we'll run over to the apartments and start raiding over there once we have the shield.